Every level of R&B singing ability explained. Level 1, flat notes. This is the basement of R&B. Off-key, weak tone, no control. These are the singers that make you pause like, wait, who gave them a contract? Their voices don't glide. They trip over themselves. Instead of vibing, you're cringing.
All I could do was cry. Your best friend wrote and told me you had teardrops.
Jermaine Jackson went solo trying to be the smooth loverman, but standing next to Michael made him sound like open mic karaoke. Milli Vanilli? They didn't even sing at all. They straight up faked it. The ultimate flat note move. And then you've got Vanity and Apollonia. Prince gave them the cosign, the look, the platform, but the second they sang, nothing. All image, zero sound. Nobody's putting this stuff on by choice. You don't play flat notes at a party. You don't throw it on for nostalgia. At best, you laugh, or you skip, or you sit through it just to get to the next track. These aren't guilty pleasures. They're not even background music. They're unlistenable. Trash, plain and simple. Level 2, karaoke soul. If level 1 was completely unlistenable, level 2 is at least sometimes all right. These singers aren't good, but they've got just enough spark to land a hit, maybe even sneak in as a guilty pleasure.
Okay.
You'll play them once in a while, but nobody's confusing this for greatness. Take Howard Hewitt from Shalimar. Smooth? Absolutely. But compared to Luther or Al Green, he was running in the kiddie pool. Pleasant, but not unforgettable. Stacey Lattisaw in the early 80s had a similar story. Teen star, charting singles, but vocally, she couldn't hang with the divas of her era. Montel Jordan is another one. This Is How We Do It is iconic forever, but let's be real, it's the groove that carried him, not powerhouse singing.
That's just how we roll.
Ciara follows the same path. Incredible dancer, total trendsetter, but live vocals never had the weight to match her star power.
I don't know why I'm still
Then you've got Jacquees. The man literally crowned himself the king of R&B, while barely being able to hold that title in karaoke night. And T-Pain, genius with auto-tune, changed the sound of an entire decade. But unplug him, and the magic disappears fast. Karaoke soul singers are catchy, sometimes even fun. They can score hits, they can ride trends, and for a moment, they make you nod along. But take away the production, and the voices collapse. Open mic night energy, nothing more. Level 3, mid-soul. This is the it's fine zone. These singers aren't embarrassing. They're not trash, and plenty of people like them. But they live in that safe middle lane. Their voices work, their songs chart, but they don't stop you in your tracks. They're background, not life-changing.
You like to take your time to turn yourself around.
Take Freddie Jackson. Smooth as velvet, sure, but every ballad felt like a copy of the one before it. Safe, pleasant, predictable.
I was so surprised. Try to make it easier. Oh, not to try to hide.
Same story with Jerry Butler. He had that cool, icy delivery that earned him a nickname, but stack him next to the real heavyweights and you see the gap quick.
How do you throw that away? You were the 'cause I only wanna make
Joe sits right in the middle of this lane. Dependable, smooth, always serviceable, but nobody is arguing he's the greatest singer alive.
Thinking about the way things start. Say you love me again. First thing Monday morning.
Toni Braxton is trickier. Her smoky alto is legendary, unforgettable even. But outside the mega hits, she rarely pushed the limits. Too safe, too careful, like she never wanted to break out of her lane.
Pocket full of money, club don't jump till I walk inside.
American, you know I had to cop that farm.
We don't usually go to clubs, but when we do, we fuck it up.
Then there's Trey Songz. Built a whole career off charisma and sex appeal more than raw vocal talent. He can hold a note, sure, but he's not shutting down a room with just his voice.
You are still here, saying I know this much is true, baby. You for yourself, say even though that ain't so, baby, 'cause
Nayo, a genius songwriter who gave smash hits to Beyonce and Rihanna. But when it's just him singing, it always feels mid compared to what he writes for others. Mid-soul is good enough. It does the job. You'll hum along, you'll let it play in the background, but it never changes your life. Well, up until now, it's been fun and games. Time to ruffle some feathers. Level 4, Radio Soul. This is where things start getting tricky. These singers are respected. They've got catalogs, they've got hits. But when you break it down to pure vocal ability, they just don't cross that final line. They're good, sometimes even great in the moment, but too safe or too polished to give you chills every time. Anita Baker is a perfect example. That tone is gorgeous, unmistakable. But a lot of her songs lean so heavily on the same formula, they start blending into one long track. Then you've got John Legend. Polished, smooth, clean cut. The guy wins Grammys for breakfast, but it's also the definition of safe. You know exactly what you're getting every time he opens his mouth. Now look at Diana Ross. One of Motown's biggest icons, no question. Star power for days. But vocally, she was thin compared to the real powerhouse divas of her era. Presence, yes. Charisma, yes. But you never put her next to Aretha. Peabo Bryson carved his lane as the ultimate wedding soundtrack voice. Romantic, smooth, dependable. But you could predict every phrase before it left his lips. Tina Marie brought something new. A white singer who earned real respect in R&B. She had the soul, the attitude, but technically, she never pushed into that upper echelon. And then there's Keith Sweat. One of the most polarizing voices in the game. Whiny, raw, emotional. Some people loved it, some couldn't stand it. But either way, you never mistook him for Luther. Radio soul singers are good. They're solid. They've got hits you'll always remember. But put them next to the true greats, and you instantly hear the difference. Level 5, certified. This is the line between good and great. The singers here are the real deal. No gimmicks, no production carrying them. Just skill, control, and consistency. You hear them live and they sound just as good, sometimes even better, than the record. They may not all be immortals, but when they sing, you shut up and listen. Take Marvin Gaye. He didn't need crazy vocal flips to move you. It was intimacy. The way he could hum a single note and it felt like he was right there, breathing the same air as you. Let's Get It On wasn't just a track, it was an atmosphere. Marvin made romance sound like oxygen. Now flip to Chaka Khan. That's a hurricane with a mic. The belts, the growl, the sheer energy she unleashed on stage. You didn't just listen to Chaka, you survived her. She could level a whole arena with one chorus. Then there's Brandy.
I feel tremors in my heart. Me, it's only you. I want it done. You see the sun when you tease the joy from crying.
People don't call her the vocal Bible for nothing. The way she stacked harmonies, the way she layered tones, she literally changed the blueprint of modern R&B. Everyone after her has been borrowing from Brandy's playbook. Aaliyah belongs here too.
Be brave, don't be afraid. Off and try again. You can dust it off and try again. Try. Did you sleep on the wrong side? Catching a bad vibe.
She didn't belt. She didn't need to. Her cool, whispery delivery reshaped R&B in the 90s. That confident, street-smart, effortless sound, that was her fingerprint. And it still echoes today. And you can't talk certified without mentioning Usher.
On the side, say she got one on the way. So I got up and followed her to the floor. She said, baby, the king of mine was you. Second thing was, how do I know it?
He's the full package, dancer, performer, superstar. But don't forget, the guy can sing. Decades later, he's still hitting live notes sharp enough to remind you why arenas sell out.
When you're on the outside, baby, and you can't get in. I'm a soldier.
Sade is the opposite energy. She doesn't push, she doesn't oversell. She leans back, delivers one soft phrase, and it feels like velvet on your skin. That's restraint turned into power. Then there's Donny Hathaway.
In this whole wide world, and if my words don't come together,
Put on his live recordings and it's game over. One phrase out of his mouth could freeze an entire room. Donny didn't perform songs, he carved them right into your chest. Certified singers are the checkpoint. This is where you prove you belong in the conversation. Brandy, Chaka, Marvin, Sade, they can all hold their own against anybody. But they're all still missing that one extra gear. If they had it, they'd be untouchable like the ones in Level 6, Soul Masters. This is where the voices stop being just impressive and start feeling supernatural. Soul Masters don't just hit notes, they bend them, stretch them, squeeze every ounce of feeling out of them. These are the singers who make you pause whatever you're doing and go, wait, did you just hear that? Prince is the perfect example. Everyone talks about the guitars, the outfits, the songwriting. But vocally, Prince could flip from a gritty rock growl to a glassy falsetto without breaking a sweat. He made it look too easy. He wasn't just innovating in sound, his voice was an instrument all on its own. Luther Vandross sits here too. Nobody made love songs like Luther. The control, the warmth, the phrasing, his voice was pure silk. He could sing, "A house is not a home," and make it feel like a life or death confession. Luther wasn't just a singer, he was the definition of refinement. On the opposite end, you've got Patti LaBelle. Patti didn't just sing, she launched notes into orbit. Explosive range, fearless belts, and the ability to turn a ballad into a sermon. If Luther was silk, Patti was fire. Al Green was the smoothest of the smooth. His falsetto floated like smoke in the air. Simple phrases like, "Let's stay together," carried more emotion than most singers could pack into an entire album. Mary J. Blige brought something different.
Seems like this is never ending. I miss somebody so easily. Yeah, I can't lower my standards.
Raw, unpolished soul. She wasn't about perfection, she was about pain. Every note felt lived in, like she was ripping pages out of her diary. That honesty is what makes her a master. Maxwell modernized the soul master role.
Now I'm just open for more. Now I'm just reaching out. I should be crying, but I just can't let it show. Should be without you here by my side.
That falsetto, clean, controlled, and intimate. He made neo-soul feel sensual without ever oversing it. And going back to the foundation, Sam Cooke.
I don't know what's up there and take you home.
He's the blueprint. Gospel roots, flawless technique, and the ability to make R&B feel universal. Every soul singer after him is pulling from his DNA. Soul masters aren't just technically skilled. They're untouchable because their voices carry weight. Every note means something. They're the reason R&B gets called soul in the first place. But the ones in the next level, their voices aren't just great for a moment, they define the whole era. That's the jump from 6 to level 7, the immortals. Immortals don't come around often. These are once-in-a-generation singers. Their voices don't just carry songs, they carry entire decades. When they open their mouths, it feels bigger than music. It feels like history locking in. Take Nat King Cole.
He's loaded lots of toys and goodies, and while we spoke of many things, so near our bow.
That voice was velvet poured over everything it touched, smooth, rich, classy. Nobody has ever been able to duplicate that tone, no matter how many tried. He didn't need to scream. He didn't need to flex. Just one phrase, and the whole room was his. Stevie Wonder, he's in a league of his own. Joy, grit, power, it's all there. He could flip between funky screams and tender whispers like it was nothing. And the melodies he pulled out of thin air, nobody else hears music the way Stevie does. Then there's Aretha Franklin. The Queen of Soul. She didn't just sing songs, she commanded them. Every run, every belt came straight from church, drenched in gospel fire. You didn't listen to Aretha, you surrendered to her. Marvin Gaye belongs here too.
To bring some love in, I am on the way.
His voice was intimacy and revolution at the same time. He could set the mood with "Let's Get It On," and then turn around and soundtrack an entire movement with "What's Going On." That's range no vocal coach can teach. Whitney Houston, untouchable.
Much to fear. We were moving mountains.
Saving all my love. Yes, I'm saving all my love. We'll always love you.
The voice wasn't a nickname. It was the truth. Clean, powerful, flawless. She could build higher than anyone, softer than anyone, and never miss. People are still trying to sing like Whitney today. Nobody's come close. Mary J. Blige is different.
Baby, and I'll be waiting up until you get home. 'Cause I can't see.
Oh, I need my peace. Oh, I have nothing.
She didn't have perfect polish, but she had something more important: truth. Every crack, every growl carried her life story. She turned pain into anthems. That honesty is why she'll never fade. And Beyonce, she's the modern immortal.
Let's start a fight. It's not worth the pain on it. If you like a thing, you should have put a ring on it. Do whatever that it takes. You gotta win us mine.
Decades in, still consistent, still dominant. Range, agility, power, control. Whether it's a ballad, a run, or a full stadium, she's built for all of it. Beyonce's voice isn't just good, it's relentless. Immortals have no weaknesses. They can do everything. Ballads, up-tempo, live, studio, doesn't matter. Their voices are instantly recognizable, impossible to copy, and too iconic to ever be replaced. 50 years from now, these are the singers textbooks will still be quoting. And if you love these singers, you're gonna want to stick around, because the next video is right up your alley. Don't miss it.